Welcome dear students. Solved biology question paper March-April 2022. Multiple choice question. Atmospheric layer that absorbs ultraviolet radiations coming from the sunlight is made up of this molecule. They have given four options here: N2, H2, O3, O2. So answer will be the O3, option C, because O3 is ozone. Ozone absorbs the UV radiations. Next question. In humans, sexually transmitted viral infection is AIDS, syphilis, tuberculosis, gonorrhea. Here, AIDS will be the viral infection which will cause STD. Remaining all are STD only, but these are bacterial diseases. Here we go, 1 marks question. What is the role of decomposers in an ecosystem? Decomposers, dead wastes of plants and animals, thus keep surrounding clean and maintain ecological balance. As we already know, decomposers are microorganisms. They eat organic substances and they clean the environment. Next question. In males, testes are located outside the abdominal cavity in scrotum. Why? Because to maintain lower temperature required for the formation of sperms than the normal body temperature. Sperms cannot be produced in normal human body temperature. That's why the testes are located outside the abdominal cavity for the production of sperms. Next 2 marks question. Mention the function of following plant hormones. One is auxin and another one is cytokinin. The function of auxin is helps the cells in the stems and the cells in the many parts of the plant body to grow longer. And the function of cytokinin is promotes cell division in fruits and seeds, helps in promoting overall growth of plants. And the next question is diagram for 2 marks. You have to draw a longitudinal section of a flower and label the ovary. You have to draw a neat diagram of flower and you have to mention this part. This part is ovary. For diagram, 1.5 marks, and for labeling, half marks. Next, give reason. A. Ventricles of human heart have thick wall. B. It is necessary to separate oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in mammals and birds. So for first question, answer is since ventricles have to pump the blood into the various organs. So for B, answer is since they need more energy to maintain their body temperature constant, because birds and mammals are warm-blooded animals. Next 3 marks question. When a tall pea plant is crossed with a dwarf pea plant, represent the result obtained in F2 generation of monohybrid cross with the help of checkerboard and mention the ratio of varieties of plants. Only they have asked monohybrid in F2 generation, so you have to draw this checkerboard and you have to mention here ratios. 1:2:1, that is, one is pure tall and one is heterozygous tall and one is pure dwarf. Next 3 marks question. What is trophic level? Flow of energy in an ecosystem is always unidirectional. Why? Explain. Answer for trophic level is different levels or stages of food chain is called trophic level. Flow of energy in an ecosystem is always unidirectional because the energy that is captured by autotrophs does not revert back to the solar input. So next point, the energy which passes to the herbivores do not come back to the autotrophs. And the third point, as energy moves progressively through a various trophic levels, it is no longer available to the next previous level. So fourth point, at different levels of energy is lost in the form of heat. 36th question. Mention any 4 main factors that lead to the rise of new species. Factors responsible for the rise of new species are: first, geographical isolation; second, natural selection; inheritance of traits; fourth, genetic drift or gene flow; fifth, variation or mutation or changes in DNA. 36th question B. The experiences of an individual acquired during its lifetime cannot be passed on to its progeny. Give reason. Change in non-reproductive tissues cannot be passed on to the DNA of germ cells. Only reproductive tissues can be passed on to the DNA of germ cells. Or question of 36. What are fossils? Mention the methods of estimation of dating fossils and explain briefly for 3 marks. Preserved traces of living organisms in deep layers of earth are called fossils. Methods. Relative method. The fossils we find closer to the surface are more recent than fossils we find in deeper layers. Second, Determining the time period by using isotopes, that is carbon dating, detecting the ratios of different isotopes of same element in the fossil material. 16th main 37th question, that is 4 marks, 2 questions, that will be 8 marks. 37th question, which molecule is formed during the first step of cellular respiration by the breakdown of glucose molecule in cytoplasm? Mention the types of respiration and write any two differences between them. Difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, atmospheric oxygen is utilized. In anaerobic, atmospheric oxygen is not utilized. Aerobic liberates more energy with the carbon dioxide and water. Anaerobic liberates less energy with the ethanol and carbon dioxide. Aerobic takes place in mitochondria. Anaerobic takes place in cytoplasm. Aerobic takes place in higher levels of organisms. Anaerobic takes place in lower organisms like yeast. Or question, which are the factors essential for photosynthesis? Mention the events that occur during this process and represent this process by balanced chemical equation. Factors essential for photosynthesis: carbon dioxide, water, minerals which are present in soil, sunlight, and chlorophyll. Events that occur during photosynthesis are: first, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll; second, conversion of light energy into chemical energy; third, splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen molecules; fourth, reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. For all these 4 points, you will get half marks, and for essential for photosynthesis, you will get 1 marks, and for events, you will get 2 marks, so 3 marks, and another 1 marks for equation, balanced equation. 6 carbon dioxide and 12 H2O during the presence of sunlight. The chlorophyll is present in plants, that will give glucose, that is C6H12O6 plus 6 oxygen plus 6 H2O. Last 4 marks question, that is 38th. Draw the diagram showing the structure of the human brain and label the following parts. One is cerebrum and another one is cerebellum. Daily you have to practice at least 2 diagrams that will help you a lot. So you have to draw a neat human brain diagram and you have to mention this part. This is cerebrum, forebrain, and another one is cerebellum. Here, this structure. This is comes under hindbrain. For diagram, 3 marks, and for labeling, half and half marks. So totally 4 marks. Thank you and all the best.